Do you have any idea how many photos you took your first year?
Yes, I do actually know the number. I passed 32,500 photos.
And compare that to what you did before you moved to Hong Kong.
Maybe not even more than 5,000, max.
Welcome to the Expat Rewind. My name is Stephanie, and I will be your host in this experience.
What we're doing in this podcast is reaching back into the first year of an expat or geopat's existence into something they put online, whether it was via a blog, Facebook, Instagram, any sort of social media feed, or an email that they sent to a group of people that they knew. And we're going to reach back into that post where they told the world about their experience as an expated geopat. And then the expat or geopat will reflect on what they think of, what they wrote, what they've learned since then, and anything else that comes up as they're reading that online experience that they posted all those years ago.
Thomas, thank you so much for joining me on the Expat Rewind podcast.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here after 1 week back and forward email.
Hey, that's quick scheduling.
Yeah, that's the new world. That's the 2018 right there. So no problem.
Well, I don't see anybody on there. If we have people starting to hop on, I'll probably do a little bit about the podcast itself.
Oh yeah, no worries.
But for the podcast that'll come out next Tuesday, can you tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is Thomas Sandfield. I am a photographer from Norway who is based in Hong Kong. I work like in the fashion industry and basically anywhere which has anything doing commercial or portraits, street photography, and stuff like that. That's a super quick introduction from who I am. Yeah, doing this full time.
Season 1, we mostly focused on the written word. We did a lot of blogs and one email. So people were like reading stuff that they had posted in their first year in a new country. And then they reflected on it. And you're going to be our first visual person who's going to talk about photographs that first year in a new country. So can you give us some context about the photographs that you're going to discuss today?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm from Norway. And in Norway, it's basically the one thing you can do in Norway is landscape photography. That is like the big thing, right? Mm-hmm. So there is mountains, fjords, lakes, trees, sunset, sunrise, that's it. So there's not much to go on. Yes, you can do street photography and portraits and stuff like that, but you have to do it in studio because we have 5 months of winter in Norway. So that was the big thing I realized when I came to Hong Kong, that the weather is great. Yes, we have those typhoons and stuff like that, but we do have quite good weather. And how to say, the city is such alive that you cannot, there's like a new moment after new moment, a new moment. It's like a forever going studio. So I got very inspired to shoot landscape, street photography, people, portraits, and stuff like that. And for a person who is not used to that, that was a huge explosion in my head. Like, wow, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to change to. So it was like a sudden change in my photography perspective, right? I coming from a landscape country and suddenly having this opportunity to take pictures of people, and they don't care. They're too busy to care.
Is that why people photography wasn't as popular there? Is because there were like a lot of security issues or privacy issues?
In Norway, I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Because people are more intimidated by seeing a camera, or they go like, don't take photo. And the rules are different in Europe and America than Asia.
Right.
Of course, you don't want to take like a bad picture of someone and post online and make it look like an idiot. But it's that constant refreshment. You can just stand in one place and you can probably get 10 to 15 very good pictures of people having a good day, bad day, love story, breakups, just by standing in one place in 30 minutes.
Yes.
You get everything. You see everything. You can tell a story in their face. And you cannot do that in Europe because the streets are too wide. There's too less people. And if Hong Kong has 8 million people in a city,
Amazing.
right? It's absolutely crazy compared to where I come from, where Oslo, we have like 800,000 in a city. And of course, we walk around, we have space, we can use our arms, we can stretch them out and no problem, right? But in Norway, in Hong Kong, it's like MTR or the subway is a battle. It's like, oh, I need to get this one.
Yeah.
And that is a huge change for me too, because I'm coming from a country, when the train is going every 30 to 40 minutes. So Norwegians have managed to develop like a very patient atmosphere. But in Hong Kong, the train goes every 30 minutes. Right. So if you cannot reach it, the next one will come in 3 minutes. So no problem, right? So for me, when I see people get upset on the train station because they cannot get the train,
right,
I'm thinking like, well, the next one is in 3 minutes. Why are you upset? Come to my country and maybe need to wait 40 minutes, 1 hour to the next one.
Right.
That will make you upset. Then you have the rights to be upset.
I cannot relate any more to you. I grew up on the East Coast of the U.S. and then I moved to California, starting at Los Angeles, the land with probably one of the worst transportation systems in the world. Where like everybody has a car. Actually, everybody. It's just ridiculous. Where if the bus came within an hour, you were lucky. So to live in places in Asia where you don't even need to know the bus or train schedule, you just go and you know there's going to be one soon is just
absolutely
a godsend. Yeah.
And in Japan, they apologize publicly if the train is 13 seconds late.
Yeah.
You know?
I love it.
It's like, wow. In Norway, they don't care if the train is 3 hours late. They're just like, take the bus. We don't care.
Yeah.
You pay anyway.
Yeah.
It's totally opposite. It's like what happened where the honor system doesn't work.
Thomas, I do want to take 1 second. We have a couple of folks watching. Hi, Ronald. Nice to see you again. And Profitable Polyglot. Arthur. Hey, Arthur. He's in my language learning group online. And I think that's it for now. So they're waving, and I don't know how to do that on Instagram, so I'm going to rave IRL at them. Awesome. All right. So a little bit of context. So you said February 2012 is when you first moved to Hong Kong, right?
Exactly.
How'd you end up in Hong Kong?
I had like multiple choices. I can go to Japan, Thailand, Philippines. I knew I want to go to Asia. I was thinking Vietnam. I really want to go to Vietnam. But then I was thinking, okay, the language problem. It's going to be a challenge for me to speak English because Thailand good, but not that much taking photos of. And I wanted to go to a big city. And Bangkok, yes, is a great city, but everyone has been there. There's no extraordinary. There's nothing, wow. It's nothing, didn't have a wow factor. So I just said, okay, go to Hong Kong for 2 weeks. Let's see what happens. And the crazy part is I arrive on a Sunday afternoon or something like that. And I walk down and I going to get something to eat. So I go down and I go to the restaurant, and you are so scared the first time you go in Asia, in Hong Kong, Chinese, because you don't know what you're going to eat, right? You are terrified. You see just a lot of Chinese symbols, and you don't know what it says. You have no clue. And you're just like, oh my God, I don't want to eat a rat or something. And so I just ended up going to a restaurant. And the funny part, on the restaurant, on the wall, it was the Chinese constellations, like the horse, the ox, the rabbit. And I actually thought that maybe it's the menu, right? So I just like, wow. But then I saw the dragon, I realized, oh, this is normal. This is not because you're so terrified, right? You're so scared. So that was kind of fun. So I ended up eating something called, that's the first Chinese word I learned. That was ta siu fan. That means like pork and rice.
Nice.
So that was like my favorite dish. It was like barbecue pork with rice. That was like, yes, that's my go-to food. That's something I can eat all the time, and I'm not going to get sick of it. I thought. But over eating this for like a couple of days, I realized that I'm actually allergic to honey.
Oh no!
So they using honey to barbecue it, and I started like itch all over my body. I'm like, what is this? What is this? And then of course some people told me that, hey, this is barbecue. So I was like, honey. I'm like, oh, great, okay. Stop eating that, and I switched to soup instead. And that was ta siu ton fan. So I switched to eating soup instead, but tastes the same. Tastes good. So the story goes like that was day number 1. Day 2 I was like on an adventure. Because the day I arrived, I bought a few magazines to see the photography level in Hong Kong. I wanted to see what are they doing in Hong Kong compared to Europe and stuff like that. So I went through the magazines and I realized, this is in 2012, and I realized that the photography has not changed the last 7 years. It's like time has stand still in Hong Kong. They haven't evolved. It's like they're living in a bubble and they want to break out of it. So I realized that, I might have a spot here. And because I have my skills, I can put that in Hong Kong. So I start to think about that the first day already. But day number 2, I go out. I go to a place called Chim Chai Choi, and short for TST. And I take the MTR, the subway. I take down I take the escalator up, and it's a long escalator. And I'm coming up one of the exits. It's like a big road, cars, taxis, big buses, double bus, double deckers. And in front of me, there's a big sign, a lot of photos, like big billboards of photo, model, fashion, all over it, right? And I'm thinking, I want to have my photo there. I really want to have my photo there.
Wow. Yeah.
And that is the crazy part, because 3 years later, I'm working for that company and my photos are there. So that was like the turning point was that. But then I went there, I saw it, and I thought to myself, I will get there in 3 years. I'll do it. And somehow I managed to meet someone who knew that one. And I somehow managed to get to the right people and got, of course, it's a little bit luck, but it's also skill. Preparation equals luck, means you become successful.
Right.
And I was just ready for the right timing.
Wow.
So, it's absolutely amazing. Let me just going through some of my photos.
Yeah, let's look at some of these and see.
I was thinking to show you this one. Give me 2 seconds here.
Yeah, sure. So for the folks that are just joining us now, this is for the Expat Rewind podcast, where we look at what's an expat put online their first year, and then we reflect on what's changed since then.
So the first photo I took when I arrived was this photo. I don't want to tell anything. I just want to let you guys see the photo and tell me what you think. Okay.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh.
So this is the first photo I took. And it's so funny. This is like, I saw this guy sitting and sleeping, and I was thinking, I managed to catch his dream over his head. It's like you can tell, like he's sleeping and his dream is over his head. Yeah. And that made me laugh so much, because the photo that is, what's the odds to get that shot? The person is dreaming and that's the picture of his dream. So funny, right?
Amazing.
So funny.
Oh my gosh, there's so much. Do you remember where that photo was taken?
That photo is actually taken in Shenzhen train station, right when you arrive Shenzhen.
Really?
Yes. So that's the first photo I took. And I was so excited when I got back to the hotel, and that this is the first photo I edited, and this is the first photo I posted from Hong Kong's China.
So wait, so that's in the train. Oh, no. Can you stay on that one for a minute?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So that was in the train station?
Inside the train station.
Inside the train station. Oh, is that what, like on the bottom left, is that like the train station like wall that we can see, that white area?
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. This is just a piece of the train station, and this is probably an advertisement. Or in China they have like photos of like, oh, look at our fantastic country, so you can feel a little bit positive about it. Yeah. That's like, so when I took the photo, I just thought to myself, wow, I'm lucky. Oh, because this is like a one of a million photo. It's just like you can tell this is a story about a guy. He's sleeping, and above his head is probably what he's dreaming. Very self-explainable, And I like that. It makes it interesting.
So interesting. Okay, in the top photo, the advertisement, what have you, on the right-hand side, it looks like there's some sort of script or scribble that sort of...
Yeah.
You see
it's
that?
probably a reflection of some dirt, because there's probably a glass in front of it.
Oh, okay.
So it's probably someone's been touching it and made it.
Yeah.
So, this is absolutely one of my top photos, even today, so many years later, because it's just, you cannot do this kind of photo without asking people to sit down and pretend to sleep. You have to actually take them while they sleep.
Sure.
And this is one of them I absolutely like.
That's so wonderful. Oh my God.
That's a funny one right there.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
okay.
And I have a lot, but this is when I was in Shenzhen, I saw some local dancers. And instead of just having a photo of the guy dancing in the middle of the street, I wanted to wait to the lady in the background who did not care. So this photo is actually kind of funny, because that day I arrived, I saw these dancers. I haven't actually unpacked my camera equipment yet, even when this photo is taken. So I'm standing there with a backpack and really a travel, how it is when you have like everything in your bag, your suitcase, and you just see this happening in front of you. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's do this, right? Unpacking in the middle of the road in Shenzhen. I don't care where I am. I just want to take the photo. And so I see a lot of people don't care. They just walk by, they don't care. And I'm thinking that will be interesting, because we have this guy doing his magic, dancing, and all that things, but they don't care, right? And that is a little bit the world we're living in now.
Yeah.
And because
so used to it, because they might see him do that in that same spot often.
Could be, but it's also represent like why, how to say it? It's just the way we have become. We don't appreciate art like we did before. If you understand what I mean. Before, when it was somehow we lost the way to appreciate someone else's art on the screen. If you understand what I mean. I've seen some incredible talented photographers who are posting the most amazing things, and they don't get recognized. Right. And this is like one of the things I see, as people are talented but getting ignored. And dancers are the same. They people just look at them as simple performers and blah blah blah, and that's it. But they are absolutely artists, and they don't get enough recognition. And I actually wanted to capture that.
Sure.
Just him alone would be fantastic. Yeah, just him alone is no problem. I can probably get that. But I wanted that person who ignored that person in the middle. That would be more. It tells more a story. And I sent you another one that I absolutely photo from the first day in Hong Kong. This photo is also again so lucky. But also I saw him, and I wanted to take a photo of him.
Yeah.
He was my only target. But for some reason, I have this lady coming in from the right. And she actually connected the photo beautifully. We have this young person, old person, and I have this young person meeting each other almost in the middle. It almost looks Photoshop, but it's absolutely not. It's shot like that. It became one of the photos I'm using on galleries and stuff like that. This is the one photo I take up. And this is basically 2 minutes out of my leaving my hotel room, day number 1 in Hong Kong, 2012. So this is what I shot right away. And to not being used to taking pictures of people and people's faces and stuff, this was like, boom, explosion. It's like an idea right there. This is what I want to do, and that's what I did. So that's really cool. So it's like one of the things I absolutely appreciate.
Where was this one taken?
This is taken in Mong Kok in Hong Kong. It's, I would say, the old Hong Kong Kowloon side. So this is the old. I like old. I don't like the Hong Kong Island.
Yeah.
Have you been to Hong Kong before?
I have. Yeah. And funny because we started the first few times we went to Kowloon and I was like, it's a little crowded. Let's try the island. And I was so excited to have more space. And then like a day into being on the island instead of Kowloon, I was like, I really like Kowloon better. The energy is more frenetic and it just feels more lively and
exactly
fun. Yeah.
And that is the issue.
Yeah, for sure. What was it about the man that initially drew you to him?
Yeah, story. This was the story right away. I wanted to get the story, and I saw he had that old face, very charismatic face, and I wanted to catch that right away. I wanted to. So right when I was about to take the picture, the lady just walked straight on it, and actually eyeline the same light between each other, and I was like, wow. You cannot make that. You cannot replicate that. It's just once in a lifetime chance, and bang, you got it. Yeah, and that's what I like about it. And
she's so soft and so.
Yeah, she's just a blurred person, and that's the point that makes it even more interesting because everyone can tell that this is a beautiful lady, but it's not the most important in the story.
Right.
The old person is. So that is this is what life is all about. It's just youth, and we grow older, we tell stories, we get more life experience, and that is basically why I started to like about Hong Kong. And actually, that was the ignite part of me. Just like, I want to stay. That's basically how it happened. I want to stay. And so a 2-week vacation became 1 month. And 1 month became 3 months. And then 3 months became 6 months. And then Hong Kong ID card came. And then it became like 5 and 6 years. And I'm still here.
Wow. That is simply amazing. Now there's one more that you selected, right?
Yeah. Can you see this is because as Europeans or Westerners, we never see this. This is something I wanted to tell. This is like in 2012. Of course, my photography has changed. The cropping is wrong. Everything is wrong. But it doesn't matter because I wanted to tell a story that's something we never see where we come from. I've never seen this before. This is the first time I see a man pushing a wagon with 5 half barrel with trash inside.
Right.
And it was just bizarre. Just a bizarre thing to see. It's like, that is something I've never seen. I want to take a photo of it. I want to tell this story to the other people. And this is the result of that. And I felt,
That's amazing. Where was this one taken?
This is shot in, I think it's Jordan. It's still in Kowloon, but a Jordan area. And I remember that. It was a rainy day that time. But rain doesn't stop me.
No.
Rain is just an element.
I love
element.
Oh my gosh. I think
absolutely. It's the most.
His umbrella hat is wonderful. It was one of the first things that my eyes went to.
It's funny. Funny. Yeah, it's just like, it's a funny thing, and we don't see it in Europe. I don't see that in America. I don't see that in England. I don't see it in Norway.
Brief period in the late 80s when umbrella hats were jokingly cool for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, but it's I haven't. Yeah.
It's a great thing for using both hands. But
fantastic.
Yeah, it's just
practical. Yeah.
So this is like for me a revelation. Like, wow, this is a really different culture, and that is another thing is culture. We from Westerner we're thinking like one thing, and the Chinese and the Hong Kong Asians thinking a totally different thing. For 2-3 years, I took picture of people in the street a lot. I became more daring. I just went up in the face and took the picture, click, and I got the personality and stuff like that. But after staying here for almost 2-3 years, I changed. I felt sympathy for their struggle because I became one of them.
Right.
I became one of the Hong Kong people, and then I realized that I should not do that. So now when I'm shooting now, I have all this. Maybe they have a tougher life. Maybe they haven't got all the good things they're supposed to have. So the Western part of me disappeared. that mind I had before about didn't care about what. So long as I got the photo, I was happy. But now I can let go and think I'm not going to bother them. Just like that. It was just like that.
And it was
I realized that
3 years in, you said that switch happened?
Yeah, 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I just one day I just walk around thinking, wow, I should not do this. So that was like a really turning point. I was like, wow, yeah, they are struggling. So I start to take photos in a little bit more comical way, in a more I put the more funny story into the photos. Doesn't necessarily need to show the faces, but at least there's more comic in it than there is serious. Because who am I to take a picture of a serious situation and put that to the display for the world?
Right.
Unless there's a war zone or something like that.
Right.
Then I total different respect I got overnight, basically. So decided to shoot more funny. I'm gonna try to get some examples for that, and just tells the story in a different way. It's still street photography, but with a twist on it.
Let me just give a quick shout out to Chester Benning for joining us online. And
thank you, Chester.
Other one. Arthur's back. I accidentally lost some folks when my phone overheated. Go summer in Shanghai. Yeah. So welcome back, Arthur, and hello to Chester Benning. So yeah, if you're watching this, please feel free to type in your questions for Thomas in the chat. I'll bring them into the conversation. So I often, as I'm doing that, I need to talk to you, because I struggle with this too, because in Asia there definitely is a different level of privacy I've noticed, not so much in places in Japan where they have a much more introverted or polite structure in place, but in places like China and Thailand and Vietnam, it appears that they're much more forgiving of taking pictures anytime. Like you can literally walk up to people or just be like across the street, or I've had people in China just walk up and stare at me and not say anything. And again, not in a bad way, just it's much more of a you're out in public, so you are public kind of feel to it.
Exactly. And they think they can say whatever they want. It's funny. This is more like a funny way.
Yeah. So I struggle with, should I, because I like you said before, I can walk down the street in Shanghai and take a million photos in 5 minutes, because there's so many interesting things happening.
Absolutely.
But I wonder, the same thing you were thinking about, is this okay to take? Is this mine to take? Is it safe to take? Am I disrespecting anybody by taking this photo? That kind of thing. I wonder about that.
Yeah, so this is where I figure it out. If it's a storytelling, if it can be positive or anything, but it's all how far or deep you want to go. If you want to tell a story that this is a bad thing happened, blah, blah. Of course, if a person has a skin disease or cancer or in his face, of course, you don't want to show that to the public. I will feel very embarrassed if I was that person.
Sure.
If the person has you can tell the person's age, you can tell that this guy or this lady has a story to tell, then take the photo. And if the person say, no photo, delete the photo or something like that, okay, you respect that. But if you take the photo and you just, okay. So that's basically it. And this is more funny. Like, let's settle this as adults. It's funny.
What is that? Is that sign language on the rest of the shirt?
Yeah, it's like let's settle this as an adult. This is like paper, scissors, rock, right? This is funny.
Oh, rock, paper, scissors, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's settle this like the adults. So it's funny. So this is something I want to catch that. But if you go down to the last photo, you see. Just scroll to not this one, but another one.
This one.
This one.
Okay.
This one is a funny story behind. Can you blow it up? So the story with this photo is I'm walking down. This is in Tsim Sha Tsui in Hong Kong, and I see this gentleman. I'm walking up the street, and I see him on my left side.
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting down and talking to his friends. And I see this poster on my right side on the street. And I'm in my head thinking how funny it will be if this guy got up, stand right under it, because they look like the lady is laughing of him, right? And holy behold, I should maybe ask for $1 million instead. This guy get up, walks around, and stand there like I just imagined it would be funny. Yeah. And I take the photo, and that's the result. After I took this photo, I knew that nothing gonna beat this photo that day. So I just walked straight home, edited it, and I posted it. Because nothing can beat this photo. Right. It's just that funny. Wow. And we have this guy, this guy from Pakistan or wherever his country is from, especially in this age we are in, where the females doesn't have any equal rights. I think it was just so hilarious. And it's not like he's just standing from the poster, but the poster makes it funny.
So funny, yeah. Oh my gosh.
So just,
do you know what's cracking me up? Her dress almost looks like popcorn too. I know that's a weird observation, but it's a very frilly, very texture-driven thing that they have her dressed in.
Yeah, it's so funny. And when I sent this to my brother in Norway, he's also a photographer, he said, wow, this is like a 1 of a million photo. 1 of a million. You can replicate it. This is just too perfect. And of course, the guy didn't want me to take the photo. He was like, wow, don't take photo. And I just walk away. And this is from the first year in Hong Kong. And let me see which one.
How far into the first year was this photo?
How
far into the first year? Like how many months in were you when you took this one?
I think the second month.
Still pretty early on, yeah.
So I started super early with taking photos.
Do you have any idea how many photos you took your first year? I know that's a crazy big question.
Yes, I do actually know the number. I took, because I remember because I replaced my photo at my in that time. To back up, I passed 32,500 photos.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
32,500 photos I passed.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and compare that to what you did before you moved to Hong Kong. How does that?
Maybe not even more than 5,000 max in Norway. Because in Norway there is landscape, right? There's landscape and landscape and landscape. So there's a lot of the same.
Which is beautiful, but it is,
It's like everyone has seen a tree in some point, and you're starting to see the same thing again and again and again and again. And you get tired of it. Wow. So this is a funny one. It looks like a gangster mob from China, right? It looks like it's like these people are here to. It looks like a Quentin Tarantino cover, and I remember this because this is a photo I took from my hip. I saw this guy was coming, and I'm actually not holding the camera up to my face. I take this photo from my chest, height from my chest, and I just hope I get the shot. I just hope I get the photo.
And you so did. Oh my God, that's a brilliant angle. Wow.
And this guy just, so this is like one of my most commented photo on Instagram.
Wow.
And I recently reposted it because I wanted people to see this one, and it went crazy. So it's like one of those lucky shots you get just once in a lifetime. Because the guy on the left, he is a butcher. So you can tell he has a clothing on himself. And they have the lady that maybe it could be like the person who controls the money, and we have her assistant on the right side. It's like an entire action cover, the mafia photo right there. Who can do whatever. Yeah.
The look on her face makes me think that she might be on to what you're doing.
Yeah, that could be right.
I'm not sure.
But it happened so fast.
What's that?
Yeah, he didn't, because I shot so fast. It's like I just shot it from my chest. I was not sure if I got the photo before I actually check the photo a few meters away of when they passed me. But when, of course, I saw the photo, I just knew how good it was. So I just walked home right away because nothing will beat that photo that day. Nothing. Because that photo will be the one you're going to remember the rest of the day. So why take more photos when you have that photo? So it's like a fish to get there. Yeah. So it's like...
Now, did you, at that point, is this a digital photo? Like, could you see that you had gotten the shot that you wanted, or was it something you had to develop?
This is digital. This is a digital shot. This is shot with a Canon 5D Mark II with a 50 millimeter. No, this is shot with a 16 to 35 with a 35 millimeter. So I remember. So Canon is this one is with the Canon.
Oh my God.
Many people ask me what I'm shooting with, but I'm shooting with many different cameras. So it could be Canon, it could be Hasselblad, it's very different from what I'm doing. But outdoor, I prefer Canon.
Okay. Cool. So which one do you want to do next?
Just this is what I go one back.
Back one?
Two back.
Oh
two
my
back.
gosh.
From have it all to not have it at all.
Just
to have it all and not have it at all. And I think that is so funny.
Oh my
so
gosh.
funny.
Okay, is that what this is saying here in the
No, it's probably a commercial for something. But the guy to the right is the real person, of course. And just see the illusion on the left side what he could have before, and now he doesn't have it anymore. Because the faces look a little bit the same.
Yeah.
So it's very funny. And absolutely a great shot. This is like still the first year I was in Hong Kong. The first year. And if you go one to the left and one back, yes. Can you see it? I call it the Hong Kong T-Rex.
Yeah.
Because he has a weird way to walk. And you only have like a few seconds to shoot these kind of photos. But he had a really weird way to walk. So I shot it. And he has as I call it, the photo, the Hong Kong T-Rex. It's funny, but I don't make fun of him. I just make fun of the situation he was walking in.
Sure.
And so that is totally normal. It's more like a funny story to it. So if you go...
his facial expression makes it even funnier because he looks so serious and like he's...
He looks like a dinosaur who actually saw you. Like that Jurassic Park. Like, Like he sent out an ultrasonic sound and just locks his face to you. And I think that's so funny. So I had to shoot it, and I saw this guy. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I got this guy. Again, one of those days you just go home early and just laughing because it's just so funny.
Wow.
You don't get these photos easily.
No. So did you walk around with your camera just kind of ready for these moments? Like, so you could just...
I do. Yes, I do. When I go out, I have camera ready. I have lens cap off, cameras on, and everything is set to shoot right away. And I have the hand ready on the trigger. If I see something, I wait. I don't wait. I shoot right away.
Yeah.
And just because you never know. Well, in Hong Kong, you have a moment, and then the next second it's gone. You can never do it again. But if you miss it, it will annoy you the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I'll be so upset if I miss a great shot. I'll be like, oh, maybe the camera didn't start or something happened. The focus, like, I missed that, and
Yeah.
Then it's just nothing you can do.
So okay, I'm still in awe at your 35,000 photos in that first year. Second year and the years after that.
It just got more and more. It just got more and more. Because you come to the point that you're just shooting now. You just see things, you shoot it. You shoot maybe 7 photos of the same person, and maybe 2 of them are in focus.
Right.
And then you just see the counter on your camera just going sky high.
Right.
But you like it. So, but the funny part is when I stopped a little bit, like going down after the third year, then it went more down because I got more jobs internationally. I was working for this clothing brand. Then I don't have so much time to do this time frame. But recently, I started again.
Now, I just realized something because full confession, I ran across your Instagram a few months ago, and it was the photos of like apartment buildings and just really colorful buildings and different viewpoints of different parts of the city. And I was just instantly mesmerized. And so I know you said you moved from people photos to other kinds of photos, but I noticed that all of these are outside. Do you ever shoot anything inside places?
Almost never.
Almost never.
I don't like it. I hate it. It's just studio. It's just so boring. You know, we are living
inside a building.
Indoor. Yeah, indoors. I don't know. It's just you. Of course, I can shoot indoor with a tripod and stuff like that. It's very hard to shoot handheld and shoot models inside. It's never good enough lighting.
Sure.
And it's always. It doesn't give the natural light as I wanted. You can stand it. You can ask a person to stand in the window and get the natural light and stuff like that. That's not the problem.
Sure.
So this one.
Okay.
I call this photo, "Dear God, give me a sign."
Oh my gosh.
It's funny. It tells the story right away. It's like you can tell the guys like everyone else is looking in other direction. The other guys look up and thinking like,
"Oh my God,
dear God, just give me a sign." It's funny. It doesn't make fun of him. It just making fun of the situation.
Sure.
And because like three people look in one direction, the one guy look up and like, please, can I just have a break now?
Were they waiting at like a bus stop or what was
this? Is a bus stop. Yes.
It's a bus stop. Okay. I was like, why are they all standing there looking in opposite directions?
Except for the one guy. It's so funny. And I like that. You're telling a story right away. And you can, I like that. And I think photos should be storytelling. It should be something you share from yourself, your inner feelings. I always say photographers should be in one with the emotions. They should have the photo, your emotions should be almost on top of your skin when you take the photo. You should be so connected that you just know that how you feel. And if you have like a dark sense of humor and stuff like that, that will show in the photos right away. And I have that kind of dark sense of humor, but I like it.
Okay, that brings up a good question. Are the photos that you're taking, are they a reflection of how you were feeling at the time or what was happening or both? Yeah,
it's a reflection of how I felt in that time.
Yeah,
because I like to see I like comedies, but I don't like new modern type of comedies. I like the 80s comedies with the Chevy Chase, all those funny. You have to actually use your brain to understand the joke a little bit.
Yeah.
But now today it's just too modern. It's just too good. It's just everything is supposed to be so perfect.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to laugh at right there. But that time you can laugh a little bit when you wanted to. Yeah. And I like that. And I want the same feeling to come through my photos in that time period. And after a while, of course, you see as I changed my photographer's perspective to shoot more city buildings, neon lights, more like that kind of, I had that on my website. If you go to thomassandfield.com, you will see a hell of a lot of photos if you want to.
Yeah. From 2012, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with the screen. From 2012 to now, how many different kinds of phases of kinds of photos do you think you've taken? Like the first year was clearly people,
because it was so overwhelming and so new and so fresh. So you wanted to do it. And I can tell you, if you're a new photographer and you want to be inspired, come to Hong Kong or come to a big city.
Yeah.
Shoot the people around you. Try to catch that little moment, and that's it. But don't. But if you need to overcome a little fear because you don't know if people are going to get upset or angry at you. But I think that is a part of it that grows on you, that you just do it and you just become better and better and better at it.
Sure. But if you were to put like categories of things that you took photos on from 2012 till now, so it did like a timeline.
So it started with probably, let's say, Norway landscape, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Hong Kong. Yeah. So landscape became street photography, and street photography became street fashion. And street fashion became portraits. Portraits became more like fashion portraits. And then I using street photography from that part to my time now.
Mm-hmm.
So I've combined my fearless, that I'm not scared to take photos outdoor, with the models, and I'm mixing that together because I'm not afraid of going out taking photos in the middle of the street because I'm used to it already. I've done it for 3 years. I have no fear, and I'm telling the models how to act in front of us in the big world.
Sure.
Ignore it, so they feel confident. That no problem, right? And then we shoot. So I combined what I learned the first 3 years with what I did the last 2 years, and I mix it together and bring it out.
Gotcha. God, that's so amazing. That's so amazing to see that progression. But if I can get personal, and if you don't want to answer this, just let me know. But going with that timeline, because you said the photography is like a reflection of what you were going through.
Oh, yeah.
How do we pair the progression of the things you were photographing with what you were going through with your relationship with living in Hong Kong?
So I came to Hong Kong, and so how to say it? It's just it's like when you're shooting landscape, you're shooting from distance. You're shooting something big. You're shooting something you can see the entire horizon, and you have okay, this is how it looks like.
Yeah.
You come into Hong Kong, you're shooting people's faces, and you're shooting street photography, shooting situations. And after a while, you want to shoot personal. You want to really get into knowing the person you're shooting, like really get into that. But it also had to be matching your own feelings, right? So I can be sad, and then I shoot a sad photo. I can be happy, and then I will shoot a more happy mood photo. It could be that I'm missing my family. It could be that I am lost in a big city, that you feel that kind of things. And but if you can have that control over your emotions, and you just can use it to affect you. For example, headsets are amazing tool for photography in the streets. Put on a good music from a movie. It could be Blade Runner. It could be anything.
Yeah.
And you will get into that kind of cyber mood feeling right away. And then you can imagine, okay, I'm in a cyber movie now. So you just shoot the photos like you were in the movie yourself. Or if you're in a more like a gangster movie, you shoot another way. If you shoot comedy.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to translate music into photography. So I usually have that in my lessons, and I teach away. I always say, put the headset on, take photos out to the music, and try to get that feeling in the mood out. And if you do that, you are so in the right way to do it. It can be jazz, it can be anything.
Sure.
But it can make it, it can be anything. So long as you feel comfortable.
That's an amazing tip. I'm seriously going to do this on Thursday. I have the day off, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I mean, I do listen to music, and I do take photos when things happen, but I've never put on like an album and specifically just gone out and I'm excited.
Go take Blade Runner 2049 or the first one. Put the headset on, full volume, ignore what's going on, and it's you and the camera and your world done. And that's it.
I'm going to mention you in my Instagram feed that day. I'm doing this.
Do that. Do that because it's a good tip.
But we're getting. I heard teacher, and we're going to come back to that in a second because I'm a teacher myself, and I want to geek out for a second on that, but not yet. I'm trying to figure out if there's something we can see about Thomas in the first year. Yes, I'm referring to you in the third person. Thomas, his first year in Hong Kong, or first year, second year, third year, fourth year, that kind of thing, from the photos that you took. Can we see if you had any culture shock? Can we see like your progression from new home to definitely I'm going to stay here?
Absolutely. So what happened was the first year I was single, didn't meet anyone, didn't know anyone, and second year I met someone, we got married, we got a baby in Hong Kong. Of course, long story, very short. We found out that the culture shock was just too much, so we grew apart basically after 3 years. But we're still friends, and we have a lot of that. So that emotional tilt shift changed from being a tourist in the city to just I'm here for fun, to be here to be serious. Changed. So you're starting to see Hong Kong people in different way. It's just like, okay, I understand the struggle. I understand the payments or the paychecks are less, right? And so you understand that, okay, that's now I understand why many people doing living on the street and having a financial challenge, right? So that is then so you're starting to like, okay, I don't want to show that to the world too much because I would not like that about myself if someone did that to me. So that respect changed after everything, me and when I was with my son and everything like that. After those 3 years, I just said, okay, I will go more to the professional world and attach the street photography into the professional world and shoot street photography in a controlled environment and still have the same feeling, but in a fashion related.
Thank you for sharing that. Okay, I need to say this out. I speak to think. I don't know if you're like that or not, but I've
I like that.
Recently. And I think what you just said is that because of the struggles that you had with separating and all of that, you were able to connect more to the people until you started to photograph things differently in their place.
Absolutely.
That's beautiful.
I became one of them and one of the people in Hong Kong. And I, of course, you're starting to respect. You're just like, okay, I'm not looking at them as strangers anymore. Even if I don't know them, I don't look at them as a stranger anymore. I look at them as one of me. And so when the problem now is that when I go to Norway, I don't feel them anymore. I don't call Norway my home anymore. I call Hong Kong is my home. This is where I feel good. This is where I go. I feel good, right? So that's the thing I'm doing. That's basically it. Yeah. And so that shift, that respect happened like overnight. Yeah. And I never forget it because it was like, nope, I will do something else. Yeah. And I went to the fashion industry and shot a lot. And now I'm just doing more, going back to street photography, but using it in a fashion way and combine it together to be my unique thing.
That's amazing. It's funny when I have conversations like this, I can't help but relate on so many levels. I mean, I have never taken photography on a professional way. And my first year in Asia was in Taiwan, and my culture shock was strong. And I had a digital camera that I bought in a local store that was basically this big and fit on my keychain. So the photos that I took came out awful, but the moments, I can see the bad photos and remember the moments. Yeah. And that's photography. Yeah, well, but I'm almost embarrassed because the first year in Asia, that first year in Taiwan, I think I was taking photos to show how weird and different things were. And it wasn't until quite a bit later in a different country that I had that switch. For me, it wasn't in the same place because I only stayed there 1 year, but it did happen where I was like, you know what? People are really weird in my own country. Going back a few times to realize we're just as weird, just we might show it a little differently. And
exactly.
And then I started showing more of the interesting, inspiring, wonderful things about the places I was in. But seriously, that first year I was convinced they were batshit crazy. I was like, this is the craziest, weirdest place. I took pictures of the horrible, Chinglish T-shirts and how they would just everything they did was weird to me. And I unfortunately, I put that on the internet. And I was just like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. But I think it's in some way part of the growth of being an expat is you go through that initial culture shock.
I think anyone, I can tell you, I met so many people, not just in Hong Kong, but all over the world. They never traveled. They maybe stayed in their own country. Maybe in America, they just go to another state a few times in their life, but never fly to a different country to see actually how the world really works. Yep. And I was lucky before I did photography. I've done photography. This is my 17th year in photography. Before that, I was a breakdancer for 15 years.
I read that, yeah.
And I traveled around the world, and I was lucky to see the world from very young aspect. I was so that the Norwegians are saying we are the world's best country. We have the best finance. We have a lot of struggle that is not coming out in the media. Yeah. People are poor. We have people who are homeless in our country too. It's the same, but the media doesn't talk about it. Sure. So same thing. There is so for example, one thing I remember the first time in Hong Kong was 7-Eleven. Same with you in Taiwan, I guess. It's open 24. It's all over the place. You can go one block and there's another one. And in one block, there's another one. There's a one block, and it's go on and on. Yeah. And for me, that was so weird. I can go into 7-Eleven, I can buy beer. That was Doesn't happen in my country.
Yeah.
We cannot. After 8, no, in Norway, after 5, forget to buy beer. 5 p.m.
Not even special stores,
Stop.
just nowhere.
No.
Whoa.
Forget it.
Okay.
Just nothing.
Yeah.
So just to go down in the middle of the night, walk down the stairs, and just go to the nearest 7-Eleven and buy a few beers and go out. No problem. And that was just so out there. Just wow. You can wine, you can buy whiskey, you can just no problem. Right? So totally, but it's and I've been here for 6.5, almost 7 years now. I only seen 2 fights in my life in Hong Kong. 2 fights, and that is about white people. White, batshit crazy, drunk white guys in the middle of the central, fighting, jumping on taxis, acting like monkeys, right? And I'm thinking, I'm sorry, this is not of me, part of me, my country. I'm not represent this kind of people. Sorry about that. But it tells that Hong Kong has probably a lot of issues, but they are doing something better than most of the other countries. They have good healthcare in Hong Kong.
Yep.
Anyone with a Hong Kong citizenship gets good healthcare.
Really good healthcare there, yeah.
And it's same as in Taiwan, Japan. Norway is not the only one. They say that Norway is number one. No, you're not. Norway is the greatest country. No, it's not. You have never been in Amsterdam, Holland, have you?
Yeah. I'm really, after a number of countries, a number of years, I'm really starting to think that every country says to its citizens, we're the best. Like, literally everybody grows up thinking they're the best.
It's like saying to, I always make this a little bit joke, but it's like, well, we're not the best because we're not the best in the environment. Because if we really going to see things in black and white when it comes down to environment, we should give the first prize to North Korea, who doesn't use electricity, right? It would be funny. It will be sarcastic, but it will be funny. They deserve it because they don't waste energy.
That is true. Yeah.
So it was politically correct. We should give it to them. Best environment country in the world who doesn't use electricity after 6.
They also, I imagine, have the least internet addiction of any country.
Yeah. Yes.
There you go.
They work hard. They work there, So if you're going to be so black and white on that, they deserve it. It'll be funny to give them that. They haven't started any. It's like they haven't. It's like they're isolated. They have their own mentality. They have their own things like that.
Sure.
And I understand that. I understand when you've been pushed to the corner and everyone hates you except for Russia and China. You hate everyone. I understand that. You hate everyone. And of course, everyone is poking fingers at them. I always want to go to North Korea, but I'm scared to death because I will tell you why. If I bring one of these into North Korea,
you're not leaving.
And if I somehow lose one of them, I'm a spy.
Yeah.
I'll become a spy.
I don't think you'd be able to go and leave, like come back with them. I think they confiscate.
You have to, because every one of them has a serial number. I don't know if you can get it up. Yeah. And they on the border, they write them up. They write down the serial number on the card. So if they don't match when you're on the way home, you have a problem. That means that you brought some documents in and you tried to bring some documents out.
Yeah.
And then you're fine. Yeah. So I'm not going to take that risk. But as a fair enough, when it comes down to environment, they deserve it because they don't use any unnecessary electricity. Congratulations.
True.
So it's like, so when it comes down to using natural resources and we are the greatest country, no, Norway is not. Never been, never will be. Yeah. America, I don't know what's going on there now. It's a little chaotic.
Freaking terrifying what's happening.
Yeah. Applying for visa to America now, it's just
insane.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's just too much. I was invited to go to a photography event in the US. And so I sent an email to the Norwegian embassy. And before we had a 7-day waiver, that means we can just go and just notify we're going to be there and there at this address. Yeah. But no, not anymore. And now I need to go to the airport and they're going to pre-clearance me, like an interview.
Right.
And they will ask me, can you get your Instagram accounts and your social media, blah, blah, blah.
What?
And I'm, yeah. And they're going to check that. If you said something hateful about America, you're just not going to get in. And then if you're lucky enough to go through the entire clearance, you go to America, you take the 15-hour flight and you arrive at LA or whatever.
Yeah.
They can still send you home.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to do that. I will let her go to Canada instead.
Of course.
I will go to Toronto. That would make me more okay. I can live with that.
There's actually a fair bit of folks who immigrated to the U.S. and have now given up their green card to go to Canada because it's just getting so crazy that they're like, that's fine. I mean, they went through all the rigmarole to get their green card pre-Trump, and they're just like looking at what's happening going, that's okay. It's not worth it anymore.
Yeah, it's like, I'm done. Yeah. And I feel the same way.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be like in the middle when it comes down to all the controversy about the politics and stuff like that. I try to stand in the middle. I try to be very fair.
Yeah.
But facts cannot lie. It's like me. I cannot take 10,000 photos and say my photos are the best.
Yeah.
It will be maybe 5 photos, maybe 100 photos are good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 10 is great, but there will be 5 amazing in those 10,000.
Yeah.
And I cannot be bold enough to say, oh, all my photos are the best in the world. I cannot say it because there will be no defense for it.
No.
So when this, the guy who has so many allegations now, it's all about David Michael Cohen, all the politics, all that things going on now. There must be some truth into it. People can lie, can come up with fake news and everything like that.
Yeah.
But there is some truth in it, or else it will never be.
Speaking of social issues, you've mentioned your photos being a story a few times. Mm-hmm. Is it one photo's a story or a collection, or does it depend on what you're seeing?
I try. I will say one story tells everything. You can have three photos in a series, but again, I'm a little bit divided how that is. I see a lot of people on Instagram posting 3 photos to tell the story, to make like 3 and 3 and 3. Sure. But I like one story straight on, tells the story and finish with it. Yeah. I prefer that compared to I must have 3 photos of that or else the story is gone. Yeah, I like to keep it simplified as much as I can. Mm-hmm. If I ever going to have a book, I'm going to show you what the book cover is going to be. That is my best photo. That is my absolute best photo. I'm never going to be this lucky again. To be honest. It's amazing how lucky you can be. But it's just that photo is on my Google Drive because I'm so afraid to lose it. Mm-hmm. It's probably the masterpiece in my life. So that's going to be the book cover.
When did you take that photo?
That photo is, again, accidentally. I took this photo in Bangkok. Again, Bangkok. I was with a Danish photographer that day. I was walking around with a Danish photographer. He was living in Hong Kong at that time. Mm-hmm. So we were walking around. This is like at the end of the shooting time. And we've been walking around for 3 hours, and we felt like,
wow.
So we were tired. And I was about to put down my camera, take down the camera, and take in the lens cap. In my left eye, I see something that I know I need to shoot it. Mm-hmm. I need to shoot it, and I mesmerized, like I have to get it. So I'm just and take the camera, and I staring. I got 2 photos, one blurry, one sharp. Yes. And then I never forget it. It was just that crazy. You never know. That's why I'm telling people when you cannot prepare. You don't know, and you always have, when you go out, take the camera, take the lens cap off, camera ready, and you cannot say to yourself, "No, I will be ready when I see it." But no, you cannot. You will never know. You will never be ready enough because you suddenly see something and then it's too late,
and it's gone.
And it's gone. And it's gone forever, and you can never replicate it, and you will be so annoyed.
I keep thinking of the photo of the dancer, and I think it's just amazing how clear his legs are, because granted, my equipment's about 1%, as impressive as yours. I'm sure you have, like, the top end of the best photography equipment that you have, and I've caught phones. But whenever I try to do movement shots like that, there's this blurry, actiony thing that happens.
Yeah.
And is it because of your equipment that it takes so many? I don't have
a little bit. It has to do a lot because I was a dancer before.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know the settings to shoot dancing photos.
Oh, okay.
So I just jumped on it and I made it I was like, there you go. So I just, so it took my time as a dancer, so I knew what he was going to do. So I was waiting. So I was just patient, waiting.
Yeah.
And when he did it, I just waited till the person is walking by.
Yeah.
No need to spray shoot the photo. Just wait, and then you get it. This photo is my best photo in the category street photography. This is my best photo because it's that crazy.
Okay.
There is nothing I can say about it. It's just once in a lifetime opportunity photo, and if I'm gonna write a book, that's gonna be the cover of the that photo book.
Oh, don't say if. Please say when, because I would love to see that book.
Yeah.
What? Okay, we're gonna make that bigger. There we go. What were you thinking when you saw that? Because that's pretty.
I could not believe it. It looks like something from Mad Max movie.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I could not believe my eyes, and I said to myself, I have to shoot this guy. It was just, I must. If I didn't get that shot, I had to run in front of him and shoot him again. That would be. So I was just like, I need to shoot this guy. Yeah. So the story about this guy is that he has been like this for many years. I've seen him one time before, like 2 years before I took this photo. Then he was just sitting down on the floor, on the ground. But I never seen him. Almost no one has seen him actually stand up. He always sit down around some garbage bags, but no one had actually seen him walk like this. And I got it. I got the shot. And my friend from Denmark, he said, "Yeah, you can go home now."
Yeah. Wow.
You can go home now.
When you saw him before this, when he wasn't standing up, could you see the face?
No, I only saw the jacket and a little bit of the but that was like many years ago. So I thought maybe I never had the chance to see this guy.
Right.
So imagine us I'm talking to this tall Danish guy and looking up. I actually don't see what's going on my left side. Right. So, but I just saw something that was interesting coming up, and I just let's kind of aim and just hope to God I get one shot that is absolutely sharp, and just cross fingers, and it come out good.
Did you keep the blurry one, or because you said there was a blurry one?
No, I did. Yeah, I had the blurry one somewhere in the hard drive, but I kept the sharp one. Yeah, the blurry one is absolutely bad.
Too okay.
So it was just too. That's it. It's just lucky shot. That's it. Lucky and prepared. No, wait, good way to say it. I was prepared to shoot something that I didn't know, but I was lucky that this guy showed up. Right.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, Thomas, I have 3 quick questions to finish. I don't know how quick they are. But I have 3 questions to wrap this up. 1 is you mentioned being a teacher, and 2, you mentioned being a father. And I'm curious what things you pass down about photography to folks. What are the main things you tell them?
As a photographer, I will say always be attached with your emotion, even if it's good or bad. If you're feeling sad, go out, shoot. If you're feeling great, go out, shoot. I try to, when I'm teaching people photography, let's see, from 1 to 10. Don't go out taking photos if you feel like 1. Because no need. Just stay home, try to recover.
Yeah.
Don't go out when you're too happy, because you cannot know difference between it's just too happy, too sad. It's just not going to work. But if you can find in between number 5 or 6, 7 in that range, you're really perfect. So if you feel like, today you're just packing your cameras because you're motivated, do it. Headset on, Pulp Fiction music to make you go into the mood, and you're shooting it. Absolutely. The photos would come by itself, and the album lasts for like 1 hour. So you know when you have listened to the entire album and you start it again, don't look at the time. Just let the song tell you how long you've been out shooting.
Right.
Because then it's more, and don't care about time. Because if you look at the time, you start to put limitations on yourself.
Yeah.
You just feel like, I need to go home. Maybe I need to do that. If you just take the watch and take it out and just listen to the music, and that's the only thing that counts. You know you're going out at 11, and if you hear the album 3-4 times, you know the time will be around 3 when you're finished. Doesn't matter.
So this album idea, was this your own idea, or did somebody else? Did you see it from somebody else?
This is something I come up with, but I guarantee someone else is probably doing it. But this is something I just came up with myself because I felt because when you're in the city, you hear a lot of noise, stuff like that. So I found out the best thing I can do is to, I have noise canceling on this one, but I don't know but that helps a lot just to isolate your own surroundings inside you just hear the music and just. I'm one with myself.
Yeah. Okay. So what would you say, it sounds like this is going to be a big answer. So what would you say is the biggest impact that Hong Kong has had on your photography? Right? See, I told you.
This is a great question, and I'm going to answer it. When I came to Hong Kong, Norway attitude is we think we are so fast to get things done. In Norway, we are like we look at ourselves as very fast, hardworking people, and that's our mentality. We are we are hardworking. So having a Norwegian mentality coming to Hong Kong, and you think I'm fast, I am the greatest person on the earth, right? Because you have that mentality.
Sure, yeah.
And you see other people, maybe the first couple of months, how they operate, and you realize that you are 7 times slower than they are. And you consider yourself as fast, and you're maybe 7 times slower than the most hardworking person, and you're starting to think, "Oh wow, this is gonna be a rocky ride." Right. Because in Norway, we like, we do it tomorrow, no problem. I'll do it tomorrow, next week, no problem. Monday next week, plant a tree. Well, I can dig a hole tomorrow. I'll plant the seed. Next day, I will cover the hole, and next day I take water over it, and I will watch it grow. That's the mentality in Europe, right? But in Hong Kong, we like. We dig a hole, we put the plant, we put the seeds in, we put the grass on top, and we guard it to make sure it grows up at the same day, right? That's basically what the mentality is. And I saw that comes a little story here in all this. My first year, of course, not so much money because you coming into a new country, it's not easy to get jobs. You're a white guy. And there's still a little bit racial in Hong Kong, but I understand because the white guys has been idiots to Chinese people before, and I totally understand it. Yeah. So that is something you learn over time when you've been living here. That's the white guys before you or the girls before you has been treating the Asia people bad, and with no respect, looked down on them, made them feel like nothing. And I feel sad about that, but it's not me. I treat people with respect, and I as equal to myself. And so after being here for 2 months, 3 months, not much money because I used a lot of money in my country to have equipment in Norway. One company has seen a photo I had taken, and they asked if I can come to interview, and I'm like, oh, okay. And that time, right at that time, the only that is like. Second or third month I was here, I had 200 Hong Kong dollars in my pocket. That's it. Before I had to go to. This has something to your question. Yeah. 200 Hong Kong dollars. That's it. And before I started to tap into savings account and stuff like in Norway, but I don't want to touch it. So I'm like, oh, how am I going to survive? Blah blah blah. So the day before, I almost have nothing. I get asked to come into an interview for the company. They're doing makeup. So I'm just okay, makeup company. What is this? Go there and I talk. Then I show them my portfolio. They're like, yeah, we like your photos, but we're gonna merge in with some other company. And I'm like, oh, cool. They are just nearby. Do you want to visit them too? I was like, yeah. So I going over and they introduced me to like a multi-millionaire company with a Lamborghini in the front yard. Yeah. I'm like, okay, this is big. This is kind of big. And the boss is coming out and the handshake and everything like that. But for some reason, the company I was supposed to talk to, they said, okay, we need to go back because we have to do another meeting. So I just stood around in that other location.
Mm-hmm.
And the boss said, well, we are looking for photographers too. And I'm like, oh, here's my portfolio. Yeah, we want to hire you right now.
What? Wow.
Really? Okay, that was fast. Okay. Yeah, okay. What do you demand? Well, what can you give? Well, we want you to work 5 times a month in some events. I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I said, how much do you take for it? I was like, what do you offer? Oh, well, we can give you 50,000. 50,000. It's like, I was like, are you kidding me, right? A year? No, monthly. And I was like, oh, well, I would need a deposit. And I keep straight face, need a deposit. Yeah, sure. They run to the safe and took the money. I signed it and went to the MTR dancing. Basically, went to the subway and dancing around like a crazy maniac. So what happened is, when I got to learn how fast they were in Hong Kong, because they asked me to do like pre-wedding or anything.
Yeah.
And they expected to be finished the next day.
Wow.
So in my mind, I'm like, oh, next week, no problem, right? But they're like, oh, no, we need it tomorrow. And I'm like, well, how can I do this tomorrow? And that's basically how I adjusted the time.
Right.
So imagine I'm going back to Norway with that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And some people give me a job in Norway and I'm finished the next day. And I say, here you go. And they go like, what? Really? Why? So fast? Well,
how long did they think it was going to take you?
In Norway that time?
Yeah.
2 weeks. But I can do it in 1 day because I've done it in 1 day.
Right.
Because I was so used to do it and so hard that the Hong Kong mentality changed the way I'm thinking. So getting faster and in Hong Kong is very business. They really helped me. And Norwegians are, I don't know, we are Westerners. We are like this. Oh yeah, we can wait. I don't need to get paid now. I can do it. I can get paid in 5 months. It's okay. No problem.
Right.
That's how we Western think. We are so polite. It's so nice.
Thomas. This explains the 35,000 photos that you took that first year. Yeah. This is beginning to make sense now.
Yeah, took a lot of photos. So it just became it became like, do it. So when this mentality just become like this work ethic came from lucky coincidence by meeting up this company. They saw one photo. They wanted me to show another. And I expect, okay, I can do this job easy. I can do one job in a week and I can do it. Right. But they were like, no, need the next day.
Right.
What? But it's like 6 p.m. Yeah, if you need it like 9 a.m. tomorrow. Right. Okay. But I get paid. So I was like, sit down all night, working my ass off. And of course they got it. And they were like, good. See you next week. Bye.
Oh my gosh.
So that was like, so I did that for 9 months. I still have contact with them. Then because I got hired by other companies that I can do more of what I wanted.
Sure.
But it was just an amazing journey to be a part of that. Mm-hmm. And of course, it's when I bring in this culture, this mindset to Norway, it's just, I understand why the Asia countries get things done in so much faster pace than we do it in the Western. Because they can fix a hole in the ground from an earthquake from one day to another. And Europeans can, we have a bump in the road. Yeah, it's politics. It will take one paperwork to another car to somewhere to another word to another one, and maybe not this year, maybe next year. And some kid is driving a car and bumps and drive off the road. Then they will fix it.
Yeah. Well, okay, I have a question for you. Because do you think, because countries and regions kind of grow and then stagnate and maybe decline and all that kind of good stuff. Do you think it's that Asia's having, I wouldn't say a moment because that sounds ridiculous, but do you think because they're on the rise in general and they're like an economic powerhouse right now, that's why this mentality is there? Or do you think this has always been a part of this?
Always been there. But it becomes more, if you look at Asia history or China history, how fast, but for example, great example, Segway. Segway is a great example. Segway is American. So, and Chinese made parts to Segway, right?
We have a new, it's funny that you're mentioning, sorry to stop you, Thomas, but we have Thomas Reeds, who is now in his, I believe he just started a master's program this week in France, and he's studying Chinese history and Chinese language and all that kind of good stuff. So this is a good time for him to join us. Hi, Tom.
Yeah.
Anyway, please continue.
So I think it always has been their mentality to perform. So the Segway story is like this. Segway hired Chinese factories to make parts to the wheels, whatever, to the Segways. And so Chinese developed their own type of it. Not totally similar, but a little bit similar. Mm-hmm. And they got so popular and they earned so much money on the copy version that they actually bought Segway. Mm-hmm. How funny is that? How funny is that? And that tells me a lot. All the high-tech companies are using China. Why? First of all, yes, they may be cheap, but you cannot take quality and also effective away from it. Yes, there is probably a lot of bad factories who treat the employees bad, but I have actually been in many of those factories in a project I had a few years ago. And many of the employees living at the factories with their own rooms, own bathroom, own refrigerator, they don't have it so bad as people think. Yeah. They decide themselves. The kids go to work, schools study. Now the economic is blooming in China, so they send their kids to study in UK, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and even US. So I think they are more hungry to learn and educate themselves now than they ever been 20 years ago. Yeah. The question is, I think is very interesting, is to see the Americans, Europeans are not interested to go that direction. And I will say that's kind of a shame, because I will say the second language we should learn at school is Mandarin. Yes. Chinese and Mandarin, it will be the ultimate trading language in the next century. Trust me, it's going to be the Chinese. And the only way you will do big trades and get a good deal is to know how to speak Mandarin. Sure. And I don't even think it's going to be next century. I think it's coming a lot sooner than we think. Oh, yeah. I can tell already by staying here in Hong Kong. Yeah. More and more Mandarin talking people, more and more Chinese influence, because the borders are getting more blurred. Sure. And I will say it's, instead of learning, I think it's the most important language at this time era we are in now is Chinese. And it is because they cannot deny they are really good at technology. They actually, the entire financial system now, they don't use physical money anymore. Almost, you probably know that now. They only use Apple Pay or QQ and WeChat. Yeah, in mainland China, we use WeChat and Alipay. And we feel cash, but seriously, less and less places are taking cash. So for that is starting to become, that was like China. And that was China who started it. And the reason they started, we Westerners who are listening to this, they don't know this, but you and I, we know it. WeChat is same as Facebook, Instagram, QXL or eBay, everything in one. In one, yeah, and more. Because it has a lot more than all of those together. You can go to shopping mall, you can go to you can order food at a restaurant, you can pay for it, prepay for it. There's so much you can do with it. And the reason why that happened is because they are not allowed to have Facebook, Gmail, all that other things. So they developed their own app. But their app is so much stronger and more powerful than any other we ever seen before. Yeah. And they figured out how they can avoid using paper money. Yeah. Because people are getting sick of using these money. They carry diseases. And China is a lot of people, billions of people. Yeah. And so they figured out, okay, let's use electronic payments instead. I think that's good. Yeah. And of course, China has, I saw this fantastic interview with this tech lady. She said that, yes, Chinese government is controlling everything, basically everything. So just accept it and just play by the rules and done. I got to tell you, the difference, and I'm sure you've experienced this, the difference between what people think of China and Hong Kong versus, less so Hong Kong. I think people have more of a view of Hong Kong because it's more open than mainland China right now. But what people think about life in China from the international news versus what it's like to live here is like night and day. It's like absolutely. I remember when I came to China the first time, I was thinking, oh my God, it's going to be a horror scene.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. In China, it's beautiful. It's amazing. The city is beautiful, and I've never been in Shanghai, but from what I've seen in mainland China, I can tell you, it's not what people think.
No,
it's only they're just showing the smog, the bad haze of the city. That's the only thing that hits the news.
Which does exist. I mean, the thing that I try to tell people outside of China is that, and not to get on a soapbox, so I'll just do this one thing, but it's not that the things that are in the international media don't exist. They do. But it's one side of the story, and there's so much other stuff going on, and a lot of it is really exciting.
For example, electric trains.
Yeah. Oh, my God. The high-speed trains are insane.
Yeah.
The current.
Go to Europe after you take the train in China. Go to Europe after take the train in China. You'll feel like,
we did last year, and we were laughing so hard when we went to a train station in Spain and Germany, and we're like, wait, there's no people here. Wait, how long does the train take? No, I'm sorry, that's too long.
Yeah, it's like, because you get so spoiled.
Yeah, you do.
You get so spoiled.
You really do.
And the same in Japan, China and Japan, and in Taiwan, same. You're there. And I went from Osaka to Fukuoka to Tokyo. I think it was 1 hour, 45 minutes.
Amazing. Yeah.
And you don't feel it. It's like, wow, you're there already.
Yeah.
Coming to Europe, the train is 5 hours delayed. Sorry about that. Take the bus.
To be fair, mainland China does have issues with their flights being delayed, especially in the evening.
Domestic is very, but not so often internationally, but domestic very often.
That's true. And the trains very rarely. Like, we had snow in Nanjing last year, and that caused a delay because everybody just kind of went, what? Why are we having snow?
That's funny. It's funny. Just go 2 weeks. Don't need to be in a 5-star hotel. Live there for 3 weeks, 2 weeks in a 3-star hotel or rent an apartment on Airbnb. There's so much more possibilities now than there was like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And go. And if it's great, then save up money again and go back and explore, feel, and don't be afraid to get lost.
Yeah.
And Hong Kong is a super safe city. It's probably the most safest cities around.
You can walk at any time of day there, right? I mean, it's just...
Yeah. Very funny you said that. I can stand in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock at night taking photos, and no one bothers to talk to me.
No.
But if I do the same in Norway, Oslo, I might get robbed. Big chance I get robbed.
In Norway,
Why?
Yeah.
What happened? What happened? I can no problem. I can stand alone in the middle of the street in Hong Kong. No one bothers me. No one even talks to me. They're minding your own business. But when it comes to Norway, if I stand in the most places I want to take photos of, if it gets stolen, it will be gone. I'm quite sure of it. Or they will bother you, or they will talk to you, and they will be annoying because they can.
Same thing in Shanghai. I mean, there's certain things that are prevalent, like now pickpocketing on the subway has become rather prevalent. But honestly, I've lived in cities a large part of my life. I'm used to keeping my stuff in front of me when I'm around a lot of people. So it's not such a big deal for me. But that's pretty much it. There's the occasional stabbing or something like that. But
it's amazing.
Generally, violence is between people that know each other and pissed each other off. There isn't a lot of random violence like it feels like there is in the US and
Europe.
In Europe, it's just it's
have a growing out of control thing that is growing in Europe that is scary and it's out of control and in Hong Kong they're so tough to get visa. You have to have certain criteria, and the same in China. So tough to get visa in China. You know this, not easy. Yeah, and
it's gotten easier.
Become easier
with the right qualifications. It's gotten easier.
For Norwegians and American English, and for other countries also. A few others in Europe, not that hard. Yeah, but if you're an African, forget it.
Yeah, there's been a mass exodus of people from African countries for that very reason. They really started to crack down on that, which is so. Considering the relationship between the African countries and mainland China, it's really bizarre that that's happening. I don't. don't know what's happening there. I think because so many Chinese folks went overseas to study and came back, they've got a glut of very qualified people and not enough jobs for them. So they're making it harder to get work visas. Because they have people who are bilingual, who studied overseas, who have qualifications and skills and people skills and all that kind of stuff. They don't need us anymore.
No, they don't. Remember when I was a kid, I had friends who said to me, "Oh wow, you should go to China. They love to have white people helping," because they said white people, right? And I'm like, oh no, I don't want to go to China. It's too scary. They don't speak English and they speak Mandarin. And now, as you said, now they speak English. They understand the language. They're actually more sophisticated than we are in many ways. And they have the technology and our language in their hands.
Yeah.
And what do we have now? Well, we have, of course, we do have some science in our countries and stuff like that. But I can tell you, the next 10 years, China is going to develop something. They're going to go to the moon. Guaranteed, next 10 years, they will be the go to the moon. And the rest of us is just going to watch it and just thinking it should be us.
Yeah.
But everything is floating that direction now.
Yeah.
They have Taobao. They basically reinvented the internet.
Yeah, I know.
By Taobao, Alibaba, and WeChat, basically.
Isn't it amazing?
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing? Because, I mean, outside of China, people think, oh, the firewall, oh, it must be so restrictive, blah, 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 blah. But that kind of created this environment where they just made it even better than the stuff that they can't read.
It's so funny as you said that. Remember when I learned a few things now. For example, my phone. I take my phone away. Sometimes I become better to leave my phone away, like 2-3 hours. Don't touch it. Don't watch it. I just stay away from it. My brain has become more creative by doing that, by forcing myself to not look at the phone. And I think it's the same thing. In China, they don't look at all the stuff we're looking at: Google, Facebook, Instagram. They don't get distracted like we do. Right? We are just, I want to see what my neighbor's doing. But they're like, whatever. They want to focus on developing business-oriented people. And they really became successful with it. Japanese was the one when we were young. I'm 41. When we were young, I looked at the Japanese like, they know what they're doing. They are a business. But now, the Chinese are faster than them.
Yeah.
And not like little. It's like,
it's huge.
A lot.
It is huge.
And they have their own science. They have their technology. There's a reason why everyone is using Apple is using China. And they say, we're gonna send the parts from China to US and put it together in US just to please Trump, but it's still made in China.
Yeah.
Still made in China. China is
amazing. I think it's part of that decision fatigue thing where if you have so many things to choose from, you don't have the mental space to do anything else. And I think, I'm not saying I like the firewall. I got to be honest. Using my VPN like I'm using now to do the live feed is sort of annoying. But I do agree with you that it does simplify things to a degree, and then people can do other shit. Yeah.
And it's a little bit. I speak to some locals about this firewall, and I ask them why? Why is this existing? And they say, well, the explanation is very simple, Thomas. They say
protection.
Imagine if this tomorrow this firewall will go away, and they will read all the fake news that exists on the internet.
Yeah,
even Star Wars was controversial because there was a black guy who was one of the main characters. Yeah, and that is silly. My best friends are from Africa, or they're black, Asian, Caucasian, doesn't matter, right? But they no, we cannot accept that. This black character is going to be this small in the poster, in the background, because they don't like that. It's funny, right? It's just this is how their culture is. It's wow, in my country, the black guy will be one of the biggest figures. So that's the opposite mentality. Sure. They never, but they never understood it. In China, they never understood it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the reason is, but it doesn't seem to affect people as much as we think it does by just reading about it from outside. I'm not saying it's a perfect system. I'm not saying it's a perfect country. Every place has their flaws.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but man, oh man,
Norway.
I just try to get people to understand it's so different than what you think. And there's so much online now about it, and people still believe only what's in the news. Like, there's a lot of stuff coming from individuals who, even with the firewall, are putting tons of images on YouTube and in podcasts and pictures and all over social media, like Western social media. And people are still like, oh, it must be like this. Like, I had people asking me if everybody's still on a bicycle. And I'm like, well, if you mean shared bikes, then yeah, but that's so not what's happening. Like,
if you go outside of another city in China, yes, you'll see people on bicycles and those market bikes and fruit and stuff like that.
But the images they're thinking from like the 1950s, 1960s, where they only had bicycles and they're all in the Mao costumes. And not the costumes, but the uniforms and stuff. And that picture, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, the same kind of thing when I get the questions like, where are you from Norway? And they go like, oh, they mean like the polar bears. No. We don't have polar bears walking down the street and go like, hey, we don't have that. We have them. They're living normally. They are on top of Norway. We don't see them. We only hear about some incidents with a tourist. A few months ago, it was a tourist who saw one and thought it was cute. So he went to the ice bear and like, oh, come here, you. Of course, the polar bear become a bear, normal bear, and just like, so funny.
Oh my God.
So it's like silly, right? Because we don't have polar bears skating around our streets in Norway. We do have all reindeer and everything else, but we don't have polar bears. That's funny. But people's mind, they think, oh yeah, Norway, peaceful country with blonde hair and curly blonde girl. No, that's Sweden. Next country. That's Sweden. Go to Sweden. They're funny.
Yeah, they're interesting. When I first moved to Asia, all of the women that I met asked me, it was like 2003, and they all asked me if every woman in America was like Carrie on Sex in the City.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. Carrie on Sex in the City wouldn't even be Carrie from Sex in the City. Like, no woman as a journalist would be in that apartment and eat all of that ice cream and be a size 2. Like she's not even her.
No, it's just a character and based on nothing.
Yeah, like
the one thing I just obsession about the makeup in China, the Asian girls compared to the Western girls. The Asian girls are really good in makeup. Amazing in the makeup. I'm blown away how good they are to do. They should. I would say any girl in China that's doing makeup or Asia generally can become a makeup artist in Europe. Like any day, they can just go into the set and just like take over. They can kick the real makeup artists out of the way and just take it. Yeah, they're that good. They're just so incredibly good.
And the products are really good. Like they could go pick up their products in Korea, then go over to Europe and do their stuff.
Yeah, and they can do a great job. They can do a living out of it. Oh, you know, I'm laughing when I see like in my country they call themselves makeup artists. Like in my country, I would say we have 5 really good makeup artists.
Wow,
and that is like I will say that's like top notch. That's always been used by movies, TV, series like that. And we have those other ones who came out of school and like half pro, but a little bit not that known yet. Yeah. But in China or Asia generally, they are so good to take photos of themselves. They have a total different photo culture in Asia than we have in Europe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, they're really good to just even they use their phones. They're so good at it, and sometimes I ask them like, wow, you know. They really know how to do it. And that's come back to everything. They have managed to, they see what we do and they develop it and they just make it better.
Yeah.
Just make it better. And we cannot figure it out. They're just like, why and how? They just do it. And I think that is in their DNA. I mean, everything comes tying all this conversation up. My fascination is that they learn from us. They put the style into they use our style to put it into their culture. They refined it, made it better, and we buying it. That's it. That's basically my.
The only thing I would add is that they had a culture going way before European culture. I mean, we're talking 5,000 years worth of so they had stuff, and then they refined. There has definitely been a borrowing from the West most recently, but they definitely had stuff before that even. But
I agree. If you look at America history, if you look at it as humans, so the old man with the long white beard with the long eyebrows, that would be like the you know, and the Europeans would be like the more adult guy, like, hey, shut up, you know. America has been like for 300 years, like the baby country. Shut up, talk to us, you know, like shut up, you whiny baby.
Saying yet?
That'd be funny. It's like, oh, you stupid crybaby, don't cry me now. Stop it. You know, that's funny because it's like, yes, you had your Indians and your fellowship, but they got kicked out of the country.
In its current state, it's very, 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 very young, very somewhat lost. I guess we'd be going through our adolescence right now. Maybe that explains what's happening.
No, we just.
My God!
I love this.
Oh yeah. Every place has good and bad. It's
absolutely
more visible than others.
Absolutely. I saw a friend of mine driving through some places in California that people are like homeless people, like living like long street. I'm like, this could be South America, Africa, could be anywhere. No one knows. It's such a sad thing to see. It's a really, really big problem right now. Well, I have to tell you before we go that Tom, who was listening to us earlier, I think he might have dropped off because he had to study, but he said he didn't have any questions, but he wanted to say that he's fascinated. He went to your website because I was scrolling over on the left-hand side here. And he said, I'm fascinated by his work. He didn't know you before then, but he's absolutely mesmerized by your work. And he's scrolling through all of your photos right now. So that's cool to hear. That's cool to hear. I'm glad to have this chat. You can always write me, contact me. I will love to talk
sorry,
again.
Tom's still there. Yeah. Oh, Tom's
still there.
This was wonderful. This was such an interesting insight. Like I said, this is the first visual episode that we did doing this kind of retrospective reflection-y kind of thing. And thank you. That was awesome.
No, I love it. So It was my pleasure.
I appreciate you coming on and doing this. I know that you're probably very, very busy, and I really appreciate the time you took to do this.
No problem at all.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Membership fees apply after free trial. Cancel anytime.
You know what's wrong with health and fitness? You weaponize it against yourself. Why didn't you go to the gym today? You're so lazy. Why did you eat that? You have no self-control. Stop it. At Beachbody, we think training and caring for your body in a way that works best for you should be about loving yourself. Let us help you without all the judgment. Here's how. Go to beachbody.com to claim your free membership and start feeling great.
Does it ever feel like conversations with friends and family could benefit from subtitles? If so, it's probably time to see a hearing professional. They can determine if you'd benefit from a hearing aid and help you find one that fits your needs and budget. So don't let hearing difficulties slow you down. Take control and stay connected to the things and people you love. Better hearing starts with a licensed professional. Get started today at hearing.org.